So Mark, can you tell us what's going on with your hand and how did you deal with this on Saturday?
Yeah, basically I have a stress fracture in my index finger in the hand portion, and most days I just have splints on it or whatever, but for the games we'll cast it up in a fist, so that way I can get more physicality out of my hand.
And does it hinder the way you play at all? Do you think it hurts you?
Yeah, it's a detriment just because I can't really shed to people as well or use my hands to grab as much. Mm-hmm. But I just got to make up for that with my feet and being in my position.
Great. And there were some mistakes, but for the most part the defense had a really strong game. What clicked with you guys? Do you think you just took advantage of their mistakes, or do you think you had a good game?
I think that I think it's the other way around. I think they took advantage of our mistakes. So I think that overall, for the most of the game, we played consistent and we played hard. But there were, same thing that's happened the past couple of weeks. We let up big plays when it counted, and so they took advantage of our weaknesses. And when we weren't executing perfectly, then they would, get first downs, which hurt us.
And what was the reaction in the locker room after the game to having almost won such a close game?
The margin of error is so small that whether you win win by 2, win by 10, it's a win. Whether you lose by 10 or lose by 30, it's still a loss. So pretty disappointed in I guess the overall scheme of things, but there's things to take and move forward from, and that's what we're going to do this week.
Yeah, looking forward to the game versus Maryland. How important is this win for you guys for team morale and obviously for your bowl eligibility and playing another ACC opponent?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just getting that third win. Mm-hmm. We, I guess Wes talked about it a week or so ago. We got to minimize our goals and maximize our potential, and that's the biggest thing right now. We're not looking forward to a bowl game or to anything like that. Right now we're just focusing on Maryland and really one play at a time.
Focusing on the game on Saturday, what are your personal goals for the game versus Maryland?
To be technically sound in every play and to win every play. So that means that when the ball comes to me, I got to be physical and make a play on the ball. But if the ball goes away from me, I got to run to the play because last week the ball bounced in the air a couple of times and they came down with it and we didn't. And if everybody's running to the ball, everybody's making a play, they can run away from one guy, but they can't run away from 11. So that's really where we need to progress as a team, where everyone's moving at the fastest pace they can every play.
The Boston College Eagles attempting an upset against number 16 Florida State last Saturday. They lost 24-19 after being up in the fourth. Hopefully this close game will give the Eagles some confidence as they take on yet another ACC opponent as Maryland comes to Alumni Stadium this Saturday.